Phyllis are named Sunny and Shadow. Sunny is a female and Shadow is a male. The club received hundreds of suggested names for the babies. The groundhog family lives in a climate-controlled burrow at the local Punxsutawney Library. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission staff will hold a public webinar at 5:30 p.m. on May 22nd to discuss the agency's annual assessment of safety performance at nuclear power plants in Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. NRC staff will discuss performance at Beaver Valley Units 1 and 2 in Shippingport. During the webinar, NRC staff will provide information regarding the plant's safety performance in 2023 and the NRC's oversight activities at the facilities in 2024. All of the plants to be discussed have been reported to have operated safely in 2023. Gas prices continue to trend lower, with the national average falling by 4 cents over the past week to $3.61. Gas prices are a penny cheaper in Western PA this week, averaging $3.82 per gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. The current average price in Beaver County is $3.89. Dr. Sarah Wecht, a pathologist and attorney who worked on high-profile deaths such as President John F. Kennedy's 1963 assassination, died Monday at the age of 93. Wecht's death was announced by the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Courts, which did not disclose a cause or place of death, saying that only he passed away peacefully. Wecht also investigated other high-profile deaths, ranging from Michael Jackson to Elvis Presley. Governor Josh Shapiro signed Executive Order 2024-01 establishing the Hire, Improve, Recruit, Empower Committee to expand opportunity for Pennsylvanians seeking a career in public service. The governor signed the executive order during the Commonwealth Job Fair, where over 40 state agencies set up recruitment tables with information on about 580 open Commonwealth positions for over 500 Pennsylvanians in attendance to learn more about exciting career opportunities in public service. The executive order will also make it so that the Commonwealth can hire non-United States citizens if they are legally authorized to work in the United States. And as the country celebrates National Infrastructure Week, Peoples Natural Gas reaffirms its commitment to enhancing natural gas infrastructure, ensuring safety and reliability for customers and sustainable operations. In 2024, Peoples plans to install 186 new miles of pipeline infrastructure, with 75 miles constructed as of May 6th. Modernizing regional infrastructure also positions Peoples to deliver low-carbon fuels in the future, in addition to natural gas. Incorporating hydrogen into the region's energy supply would further reduce emissions while continuing to serve 700,000 customers in Western PA.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Mostly cloudy with a chance of showers off and on throughout the day. We'll reach a high of 73. Showers likely tonight will drop down to a very mild low of 60. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. Look for a high near 71. Partly sunny on Thursday. There's a slight chance we may see an afternoon shower or two. A bit warmer with a high near 77. And mostly cloudy on Friday with a chance of afternoon showers. A high of 76 is expected. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Tuesday, May the 14th of 2024, at 9 minutes past 10, we've got a temperature of 61 degrees with cloudy skies in Beaver County. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Curtis Walsh on 99.3 FM and AM 1230 WBVP, also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Now, it's time to talk on Teleforum on Beaver County Radio. 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, 99.3 FM, and beavercountyradio.com. And now, here is the host of the show, Eddie Crow.
Have you ever known somebody where sometimes when you dealt with them or they dealt with you or there was an interaction, it was a really big amount of fun, and other times it was a bucket of hammers? I'd like to welcome to the program Dave Rodenbaugh, who falls dead square in that category.
Speaking of a bucket of hammers.
That's exactly right.
I know where I lie.
You brought ground control, and that's appreciated. Dave Rodenbaugh, and Tracy Hagar, Pennsylvania Hot Rods. We're here to talk about our first cruise is this weekend. And in all seriousness, the bike that I got from you, that you gave me, I got tassels for it this year for the
I
handlebars.
think I saw that
Nice.
on the Book of Face.
It's Boss. So what did we learn last year? Boss.
Nice.
Well, that fits with some of the cars that are showing up Saturday.
It's very 60s, yes.
The event, the first one, is this Saturday,
It is this Saturday.
right outside. What did we learn last year? Because I didn't have a ton to do with it other than riding my bike in a beaver costume.
Yeah, well, that was... Nobody got a picture of that either.
I did.
Oh, did you?
Did you?
I have a picture with you in that
Nice.
beaver costume.
Well, you got a cow
That
costume.
speaks ill of both. That's right.
Yeah, I
You
know.
were in the count.
Mad cow and the beaver.
What do you do for a living? Wear a beaver costume, ride a bicycle on Saturday.
Boy, if you could only make a dollar at that.
I am, bro. It's sick.
So, what did we learn from last year?
Last year.
We learned that nobody likes live music.
I think people like live music
It's a
if
50-50.
that's the main draw.
Yeah. Well, we're not doing that this year. So
We're doing. What are we doing?
we're not doing any live music this year. We are just doing the J.D. Merkel with the
Spinning.
yeah.
Okay.
So he's spinning the discs.
All right.
Spinning the fat.
I don't
Isn't
think
that
it's
what
that they
called?
didn't like it. There are a lot
No,
of
I shouldn't say that.
there are a lot of logistical issues
Yeah,
that
there
come
was.
with
I agree.
keeping drummers sober, things like that. All right. What else did
I
we
missed it
learn?
last year then.
Yes, you
Jeez.
did.
So yeah, I have an itch in my ear.
You're the one wearing headphones.
I know, right? It's driving me crazy.
All right.
Second annual Car Cruise Series, 2024 Car Cruise Series, Cruising the Ridge, 4301 Dutch Ridge Road.
Right here.
Yep, right at the old Michael Baker building. For anybody in Beaver County. It seems like everybody knows this building. Saturday, May 18th, June 15th, July 20th, August 17th, and September 21st.
Yes.
Got it right this
You
time.
did.
50-50 drawings, basket raffles, food trucks, music, lots of stuff. It's all free, rain or shine.
Tracy, do you lead him around like a balloon?
Nobody
No,
leaves.
Because
nobody
he's-
leads him.
No. I want to ask you, if I remember right, last year you came in a little bit in the middle. Not from the very beginning, but what were your impressions? Had you ever dealt with anything like this before, or was this a new thing?
Well, Dave was a customer of ours where I used to work.
Okay.
And then I retired from that. And
Isn't it nice to retire?
then I have car issues like everybody else, so I went to who I knew does the best work on cars, and he's like,
what were you
And
driving?
then she came to us.
yeah.
What were you driving? What was the problem with it?
I just bought a 2015 Spark, and I didn't have a lot of horsepower.
That
so-
shoebox that's out in the
that's
parking
mine.
lot?
Yeah, it's so cute.
Oh, come on now.
But it doesn't go very fast. So I wanted to see if there was something that
Wait, I just want to make sure I understand. You're here's the old term too, Dave. You're souping up a Chevy Spark.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. We put a V8 in it.
No, we didn't.
No, you did
Oh,
not.
yeah.
No, because I see the
it's
crankshaft
super
between the
boss.
seats.
I mean,
It would be sweet.
it's got a small Chevy V8 in it. We put an automatic transmission overdrive. Yeah, it's got dual exhaust, twice pipes, candy apple red.
Glass packs. Get some glass
Yeah.
packs and craters on
Yeah.
there, and you're
My
set.
neighbors would love me.
What made you say I'm going to take for people that don't know? Describe a Spark.
Well,
It
it's-
shouldn't take long.
Yeah, it's just this little thing.
It's a little car.
It's it's 11 square feet. No.
You know what? It is a very small car. I'm sure it gets great gas mileage, but seriously, what made you say, I want to make this thing faster?
Well, it's because it's got a lot of lag. I think there's like a catalytic converter problem, but anyway. But I ended up going to him to ask him if there was something I could do about it. That's how I ended up at Pennsylvania Hot Rod.
And I said no.
Yeah, which he did.
That was the end of the
Absolutely.
conversation. Can you make my car faster? No.
Nope.
No.
Yep.
No.
I mean, we can make anything faster.
But he's not touching my car.
Downhill with the wind behind it.
What were your thoughts, Dave? Seriously, because I see the cars that you do.
Mm-hmm.
that's not a car that anybody rolls in. I see 50s pickup trucks, and
Well-
I see muscle cars from
Well,
the
he's
60s
worked on my
and
Subaru.
70s.
I did.
Yeah, he's worked on my Subaru. Like our back window got blown out, and actually our front window too. I think he replaced
Yeah,
that
we
because a
placed
turkey hit it.
Oh yeah.
And
Mother Nature
Don't
don't
make me
lie.
snort. I just snorted on the radio.
It's all right.
No, so Tracy, she would bring her car to us for maintenance, general maintenance and stuff
Okay.
like that. And but I put a ad out on Facebook looking for an office manager, and she responded to it, and she's been with me since, and probably one of the best decisions I made business-wise.
Dave Rodenbaugh and Tracy Hager, my guests from Pennsylvania Hot Rods, we're talking about the first session is this Saturday. 5 of them are going on. Tracy, this is going to sound sexist as crap, and I apologize, and I know I can hear my ex-wife screeching at me before I say it.
This should be good.
How did a woman come to appreciate the lag or lack of lag in a Chevy Spark?
Are we still talking about the Spark?
No, I want to know, man. You gotta
How do I
love
know that?
you gotta love what you do, and obviously, Tracy, you're a car geek.
Uh-huh.
How did you become a car geek?
Oh, I think it was because I grew up poor, and
Had to?
we were very, this area,
Yeah.
in Ohio, we had older cars, so a lot of us ended up fixing our own cars.
Can you
a lot
put
of-
the
and-
violin music on?
No, would you
Oh,
stop
no,
it?
man.
Well, and then that's how I became more attuned to like what's going on. So like I'll listen to my vehicle, which some people don't even pay attention to their vehicle, and I just do that. And I notice that when I get moving first thing, or you can tell it's just not, the RPMs are high and it's just not moving. So
How much do you get to work on the cars at Pennsylvania Hot Rods?
none. Like I would prefer not to because I don't really know what I'm doing. Like I could do it if
You
I.
a shade tree mechanic?
Like I changed my own air filter last night, my cabin air filter. If that,
Wow.
yeah, that's a lot for a.
You almost said it,
Just
didn't
Google
you?
I almost said it, but I'm not going to be like that. Now I would love to see though. Now that you brought it up, I would actually love to see because this is a male-dominated hobby. You see a lot of men and come in and out, and they're the ones making the decisions, buying the cars and the parts. I would actually like to see more women take part in this and buy a vehicle, and even if it is to take it to a shop like us or something, like take part in the ownership of having an old vehicle.
We see it more and more.
Do you? Good.
Yeah, we
good.
do see it more and more. So it's not it's not as
the more you're
uncommon as it
around
used to be.
Yeah.
But
You get familiar with your own car, and
And
you
Tracy
kinda know.
has a classic car.
What do you got?
Oh, I have a '62 Corvair.
No way.
It's a 900. Yeah.
The one that was unsafe at any speed?
That's supposedly what
Yes.
Nader said, but you know what? He's an idiot.
Oh, you
I
said that on the radio?
I said
They
it.
aren't good.
Yeah, he you take a car to its extreme potential
Yeah.
under circumstances which it's not made to ride on. You're going to have circumstances happen. You know what I mean? Like
Physics is physics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much mansplaining do you have to deal with when you're at a car show?
not a lot. I mean,
No.
most
Because
guys-
do you whip out my other car's a 62 Corvair and the meathead shut up?
No. Most guys, they do their talking. I just do my thing. So I chime in when I know it's time to chime in.
When you've had
Tracy's
enough.
better at it
Yeah.
than she's letting on.
How does
She's definitely better at
How
it than
does she
she's
deal with you?
And
And I'm not being flippant.
I don't know. It sounds like
I
you're
don't
being
know.
flippant.
I don't know. We've gotten into an argument once already.
Once or twice. I'm an old guy. First of all, I don't know if you can see me on. I'm an old guy, so I'm kind of set in my ways.
Yeah.
Even when I was
I'd say
18,
Yeah.
I was set in my ways.
you know how to run the garage, and I'm business ended. You know what I mean? So
Do you stay at? I'm curious about the work relationship because 9 days out of 10 or 7 hours out of 8, it's just you two in the shop, right?
No,
No,
we have two other
guys.
guys.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah,
They separate you? Do you each got
Sometimes
your
we have
corner?
our own corners. Yeah.
there you
Sometimes
go.
we have to go to our own corners. But
Yeah, I have my office, and I'm in there the majority of the day, and they're out in the shop. I'll get people come in, like clients come in all the time. Like we'll have people come back We just had one come in yesterday. His car was in the shop for 8 months, and he came back to visit us. And we'll get like all kinds of people come in looking for parts.
She stays pretty busy out in the office. I
Yeah,
mean,
like I'm scheduling a lot. Like we've been going out to see a lot of cars lately. A lot of people are coming out of the woodwork wanting to get stuff done, get their cars back on the road.
typical spring.
So I was going to say, is that a spring thing where
Yeah.
it's like, all right,
Yeah, and I always tell everybody that you should probably do this in September and not in April, because they all call me in April and say, "Oh, I'd really like to drive it this summer," and
Which-
it usually needs about 5 months worth of work. So it's never. It's never a thing where you get something in April and you can get it out by May. Unless you're just changing oil or doing something silly.
charging a battery.
Yeah, because it's always, well, I want to do all this body work. I got this mechanical
Body
work.
work
Hey,
takes forever.
we want to change the motor, and we want to do this, and we want to do that. And, it's like, well, if you want to drive this summer, first of all, we're so backed up that we couldn't even get you in till fall.
Well, I mean, that's not good, but that's a good sign.
Well, it's
you got work.
it's a double-edged
You
sword.
know, a lot
right.
of people know that we're the process. If they're familiar with having any sort of vehicle that's older, they understand that. We have an entire garage full. Like we're completely full. When we get rid of one car, one's coming in the same day.
Yeah, it's
And some of the stuff, it takes a long time. And then you're battling out like parts delivery and the warehouses.
And finding the
like-
parts.
well, and since
Yeah,
this
it's
whole COVID BS, now we can't. The parts aren't nearly as readily available as they used to be, and we have delivery issues and shipping issues, and it just goes on and on and on.
Shouldn't it be back to the before time?
Wouldn't you like to believe that?
Well, old parts are coming scarce, too. So, some of these cars are you don't have parts for them. Trying to source something, it's
Some
pretty
stuff
hard
is getting
sometimes.
tough to source.
Is it because more people, besides COVID, is it because more people decided this was going to be their thing? Maybe that's their hobby, decided during COVID? Do you have new people showing up with stuff?
Oh, we have new people showing up every day.
Do you?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's not a day that goes by that we don't have one or two people walking in the door wanting something. Whether it's little or on a huge.
Or even through our website. I've gotten a lot of people from outside this area, probably at least 50, 60 miles out, and they're asking us for work, to do work.
Is there typical work? Is somebody trying to get a car rebuilt from the ground up, or is somebody trying to get a fender painted?
I mean, that's a
what are you going back to?
As of lately, it's been people who have had it in their garage for a while or in their yard, and they want to get it roadworthy again.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. We get a lot of phone calls saying,
Engine
hey,
swaps.
I got this car from my dad. He passed away, or this car's been sitting. It's a family car that's been sitting forever, and it doesn't run, and we want to make it roadworthy again. And, what do we need to do that? So we do a lot of that. We do a lot of getting stuff running for people again. And then once it gets running and driving, then they come back to us and they say, okay, now we want to upgrade this, and now we want to do this, and now we want to do that. So
Once they say that was as much fun to drive as I thought it would be. So, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's, the romance of it is far better than the actual,
You just described life, though, didn't
yeah,
you?
well, without a doubt. But, you get these old cars in today's world and today's traffic conditions, and they're just not up to the task, so to speak. And when I say old cars, you get into the 60s and 70s, those cars aren't so bad. They're not great, but you get back into the older cars, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and you keep them original, they become problematic in today's world in traffic. You can't run them
take
down the
them
highway at
70.
you can't run them down the highway at 70 mile an hour. You can't stop on a dime, and you can't
Drive for hours on end.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's just so there's a lot of updating that needs done to make them usable, and they only become, without completely rebuilding the whole car and changing it to a new car,
Right.
they only become so good no matter what you do. So
There's only so much you can do with the bones of
yeah,
a
I mean, you can
50s.
only squeeze out so much.
I got you.
So with what you're working with, like I said, if you completely start from scratch and you completely rebuild it with all new, state of the art stuff, then you have way better chance of using it
it being safe on the road. How
Yeah,
often
they're
does-
all. I mean, we make them. We update a lot of safety stuff, and I mean, we make them safe, but they're not. You know, depending on what you do to them, you have to do a lot to them to make them usable in today's world.
If you're going to commit, it's going to take a serious.
I guess that's what I'm
commitment.
trying to say.
Is
I
that-
mean, you have to do. They're not that they're not all safe. I mean, we try to do our best to make them as safe as possible because these people are putting their kids in them, and they're, you know,
Right.
we don't want to put a piece of junk out. You know, so.
No. Dave Rodenbaum, Tracy Hager from Pennsylvania Hot Rod's my guest. They're our co-host Saturday. I got more questions for you. We'll do it after news. Oh, I got one good one for you. Hang on.
You're listening to
All right,
Beaver
hang on,
County
you can go.
Radio, coming to you live from the Fry Transportation Studios. Beaver County Radio and Fry Transportation, a winning team. 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP, providing news, sports, and information for 76 years.
The news is big from Friendly Federal Credit Union, and there are several stories to get out. So, with no further delay, let's get to our experts at the teller window. First, Karen Latshaw, what do you have for us?
Backed by popular demand, the annual Friendly Federal Credit Union luncheon meeting is happening August 24th at the Fez in Hopewell Township. Tickets are on sale now.
That's good news for sure. Now let's go to Katie Mahalik for news about the scholarship program.
I am pleased to report that applications for the Carl D. Ross and Anthony S. Payne scholarships are being accepted through June 30th.
From the manager's desk, this has been Cindy Hiladio. Thank you for listening. For more news, click friendlyfcu.org, member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Friendly Federal Credit Union, you got a friend.
Beaver County Transit Authority connects you to where you want to be. The doctor's office or well-deserved shopping spree will take you to wherever you please.
The Beaver County Transit Authority Fast Forward Summer Pass is back in 2024. The application is now available online at bcta.com or in person at the Rochester Transportation Center. The days are getting longer and the weather is warming up. Don't miss your chance to travel around Beaver County and even into Pittsburgh all summer long. Children ages 6 to 21 ride free between June 1st and August 31st.
Safe, no fuss, leave the driving to us. Adventure's just a right away. Beaver County Transit Authority, BCTA. Ride the bus.
Falling in love is one thing. Having anxiety about falling is a whole different subject. If you or a family member are concerned about falling, and yes, either up or down the stairs, or maybe even out of bed, St. Barnabas has a special message and some ideas just for you. Years of experience in working with people who are prone to falls has given St. Barnabas special expertise in this area. Call them at 724-443-0700 and learn about ways that you can begin to feel more confident and safe, including suggestions that you can implement right now into your daily routine. Call St. Barnabas at 724-443-0700. For many years now, St. Barnabas has been helping people fall, in love that is, with their new, better life, a longer life, a risk-free life. Call St. Barnabas now at 724-443-0700 or visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com and learn more about living longer and better.
The Rochester True Value, located inside the Shop and Save on the Ohio River Boulevard, is proudly serving the community. The Rochester True Value is independently owned and operated and has experienced workers who can help you with your home projects. The Rochester True Value has tools, products, and all the equipment needed for you to get the job done. The Rochester True Value inside the Shop and Save is open and ready to help with your home improvements. That's the Rochester True Value in Shop and Save on the Ohio River Boulevard.
The Beaver County Office on Aging is calling all seniors to attend Senior Day from 10 to 11:30 a.m. Wednesday, May 15th at the Beaver Valley Mall in Monaca. Bloomfield Pharmacy is offering RSV, COVID, pneumonia, and shingles immunizations. Bring your health insurance cards and photo ID. All participants will receive a t-shirt and bottled water from Aetna Medicare Solutions. Ameriprise Financial will provide donuts and coffee. Stop by the Greater Pittsburgh Food Man Garden and Demo area and enter to win a $200 Lowe's gift card. Plus, there will be food demos, tech help, manicures, and much more. You don't want to miss it.
Beaver County Radio's news source, 95.7 and 99.3 FM, along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com. Here's Curtis Walsh.
Good morning on this Tuesday, May the 14th of 2024. At 31 minutes past 10, we've got a temperature of 61 degrees with cloudy skies in Beaver County. We'll have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. Punxsutawney Phil's offspring names have been announced. Phil's human handlers chose Mother's Day to announce that the two kids born this spring to Phil and his partner Phyllis are named Sunny and Shadow. Sunny is a female and Shadow is a male. The club received hundreds of suggested names for the babies. The Groundhog family is currently living in a climate-controlled burrow at the local Punxsutawney Library. Dr. Sarah Wecht, a pathologist and attorney whose biting cynicism and controversial positions on high-profile deaths such as President John F. Kennedy's 1963 assassination, has died at the age of 93. Wecht's death was announced by the Administrative Office of Pennsylvania Courts, which did not disclose a cause or place of death, saying that he only passed away peacefully. Wecht also investigated other high-profile deaths, ranging from Elvis Presley to Michael Jackson. As the country celebrates National Infrastructure Week, Peoples Natural Gas reaffirms its commitment to enhancing natural gas infrastructure, ensuring safety and reliability for customers, and sustainable operations. In 2024, Peoples plans to install 186 new miles of pipeline infrastructure, with 75 miles constructed as of May 6th. Modernizing regional infrastructure also positions Peoples to deliver low-carbon fuels in the future, in addition to natural gas. Gas prices continue to trend lower, with the national average falling by 4 cents over the past week to $3.61. Gas prices are a penny cheaper in Western PA this week, averaging $3.82 per gallon, according to AAA East Central's gas price report. The current average price here in Beaver County is $3.89. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission staff is going to be holding a public webinar on May 22nd at 5:30 p.m. to discuss the agency's annual assessment of safety performance at nuclear power plants in Maryland, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. NRC staff will discuss performance at Beaver Valley Units 1 and 2 in Shippingport, which are operated by Vistra Corp. During the webinar, NRC staff will provide information regarding the plant's safety performance in 2023 and the NRC's oversight activities at the facilities in 2024. All of the plants to be discussed were reported to have operated safely in 2023. And Governor Josh Shapiro signed Executive Order 2024-01 establishing the Hire, Improve, Recruit, Empower Committee to expand opportunity for Pennsylvanians seeking a career in public service. The governor signed the executive order during the Commonwealth Job Fair, where over 40 state agencies set up recruitment tables with information on about 580 open Commonwealth positions for over 500 Pennsylvanians in attendance to learn more about career opportunities in public service. The executive order will also make it so that the Commonwealth can hire non-United States citizens if they are legally authorized to work in the United States.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
Mostly cloudy with a chance of showers off and on throughout the day. We'll reach a high of 73. Showers likely tonight will drop down to a very mild low of 60. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with showers and thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. Look for a high near 71. Partly sunny on Thursday. There's a slight chance we may see an afternoon shower or two. A bit warmer with a high near 77. And mostly cloudy on Friday with a chance of afternoon showers. A high of 76 is expected. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Tuesday, May the 14th of 2024, at 34 minutes past 10, we've got a temperature of 61 degrees with cloudy skies in Beaver County. That's a look at news for now. I'm Curtis Walsh for 99.3 FM and AM 1230 WBVP, also streaming at beavercountyradio.com.
Talk about what's happening in Beaver County or around the world on Teleforum. 724-843-1888. 724-774-1888. It's Teleform with Eddie Crow.
I knew it was going to be like this. Dave Rodenbaugh and Tracy Hagar from Pennsylvania Hot Rods with me. The deal is you come in and we're going to talk about the car cruise, the first car cruise, Cruising the Ridge Part 1. It's this Saturday, May 18th.
Yes.
But I knew, and God bless you both for it, I knew we were going to talk about a lot of things other than the car cruise.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
So you're busy as a, what is it, a one-legged man at a butt-kicking contest?
Yeah, something like that. Or
why is
one-armed man with paper hanger with crabs or something.
Why?
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, my.
Why?
We have T-shirts this year.
There you go. Change the subject. Good job, Tracy.
So we have these wonderful T-shirts that were actually, we have a small amount of these, like about 100 different sizes, but they have the Cruising the Ridge logo on the front.
AK Nahau's logo on the front, sponsors all over the back.
They are sponsors on the back.
Those are cool.
So we'll
and
have
the classic black T-shirt.
Yep.
And this shirt is all yours.
That one's all
Really?
for you.
Yes, this one's all yours.
Well, I'm not going to.
I only wore it 2 or 3 times.
Well, that's all right. That'll up my macho.
Buster might have chewed on it a little bit. But.
It means more to me. It's serious question. You guys are incredibly busy, and that's a great thing that you've got work. And I follow you on Facebook. You can see the brilliance of the work. Why is it still important for you to take time out of an incredibly busy schedule to do a car cruise once a month all summer long?
Well, this is our, first of all, we like the cars. We enjoy the cars. We appreciate the cars and the people and all
the
that.
Camaraderie.
But we also, this is how we make our living. So, if we can't show off our wares and, and get people, talking about us and generating interest, this is how we do it.
What are you known for? Because every shop is known for, that shop over there, they do this pretty well. What would you say you're known for at Pennsylvania Hot Rods?
We are known for being the best at what we do. Plain and simple.
Yeah?
Yeah. And no.
You don't have a specialty. You're not
but so if we were okay. So
no, I'm
if we were going to build
down
a car,
on this.
if
we are the specialty.
If we were going to build a car, we are very traditional styled, and that's kind of a hard thing to explain to somebody that doesn't really.
Well, I want you to explain it to me.
So it's kind of the cars. So there's a lot of fads in the car hobby.
Even with the restored old ones?
Well, restoration and restored, that's a funny word. We don't restore anything.
Okay.
We don't do restorations. We don't restore anything. We build hot rods. Restorations are for guys that are building 100-point original cars and doing all that. We don't restore anything. We won't, we build hot rods. We build cars that are fun to drive, meant to go fast, kind of ornery, kind of ignorant, kind of like the guy that's building them.
Kind of like Beaver County.
Yeah, kind of like the guy that's building ornery and ignorant.
Yeah.
So those kind of cars are the kind of cars that I like, the kind of cars that I grew up with. Those are the kind of cars we like to build. So when we talk about traditional styling, we're talking about cars that stand the test of time, not necessarily the fads that come in and out and go, the colors and the colors that are in one year and out the next. We like to build stuff that stands the test of time because these people are keeping these cars for a long time. Yeah. They're spending a lot of money with us, and they're keeping these cars, and they want them to be relevant 20 years from now.
And fad paint jobs ain't going to do that.
Well, you always hear, hey, man, the 90s called. They want your paint job back. Or, hey, man, they want, it's like we don't – I won't adhere to that kind of thing.
Will you tell somebody, no, I won't paint that vehicle that color?
Oh, absolutely.
Will you really?
Oh, absolutely.
What color, plural, what colors are hot rods allowed to be?
So
you got the brain of an artist, dude.
So depending on, and it all depends on what we're looking for.
Right.
But everything, all this stuff. Like, you can spend the rest of your life blending in.
Very true.
So the idea is to stand out. So hot rods are supposed to be loud. They're supposed to be bright. They're supposed to be in your face. I like any bright. I like a lot of colors. I like bright colors. I like flashy stuff.
You've got a red, and your 57's obviously red.
Yeah, it's red.
In your Roadster, bright yellow?
Yeah, my Model A is yellow, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, my C10, I have a 74 Chevy truck C10 that's green and white. It's like a candy green and white.
Is that the one that won an award?
It won a few awards. Yeah,
5 awards.
Recently, yeah, at a couple of car shows, yeah. Yeah, we took it to World of Wheels in Pittsburgh, and it won some awards. We took it to the Cleveland Piston Power Show at the IX Center. It won some awards there.
How do you take that truck somewhere? You ain't driving it, right?
Oh, no.
We drove it over to Speedway the other day.
Well, I drive it.
Yeah.
But we don't take it. I don't.
You get a lot of looks.
When I take it to shows.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah,
when I take it to shows, I trailer it. So.
How do you tell somebody, no, you're wrong, I'm not going to paint that color? Or, no, you're wrong, I'm not going to put a fairing on the back of that?
Well, we certainly don't just say, no, you're wrong. But, I try to steer customers in the direction that I believe
is in their best interest.
Yeah, a lot of customers come in and they know exactly what they want, and I have no problems with that.
Those are traditional car people like
right.
you, I would think, right?
And most, but there are some people that come in and they're like, I don't know, I really don't know what I want to do. What do you think we should do? And when you ask me what I think, I'm going to tell you what I think. If you
I've noticed that.
Don't go fishing
you.
For opinions if you don't want them. So,
careful what you wish for. Have you ever turned down a car? Or turned down work on a car just because you didn't want to mess with the car because it was such a piece of garbage?
Absolutely.
Was it a bad car because it had been beat to death, or was it a bad car because it rolled off the factory floor a piece of junk?
So here's what happens. So usually somebody will call me with a car like that, and they'll say, I really would like you to come out and look at this. So we'll go out and we'll look at it, and then they'll start to tell me the story, and I'll look at it, and it's like, it's rough, it's rude, it's this, it's that, it's not in great shape. And you can always tell when there's been too many hands in something.
No doubt.
And you start looking at this, and the guy will say, well, I bought this car, and they told me it was this and it was that, but it turns out that it's far worse than what they told me after I started digging into it. And you can hide a multitude of sins on doing this stuff. And unfortunately, there are people out there that will take advantage of people who aren't as knowledgeable on things as they should be or want to be.
Or think they are.
Right. There are some people that like to think they're...
You might be mechanically inclined, but have no idea how to paint body.
Yeah, there's a hard line between body men and mechanics. And, I know a lot of mechanics, really good mechanics, and they don't know anything about how to do body work. Usually when you're a body man, you kind of have to fall over into the mechanical side no matter what you do,
just because of assembly.
Yeah, assembly and fixing things. When for years I was in the collision world, and in order for us to repair something, you either had to take the motor out, or we had to, we always fixing columns, we were always fixing suspension, we were always, we always had to do something mechanical. So usually the body men are far better mechanics than the mechanics are body men. It's just kind of the way it goes.
Okay.
But not taking away from the fact that there are probably a lot of mechanics out there that are also pretty good body men. I'm not, for sure, not taking that away from anybody. But, so, that's just the way it is. But we have turned down work, for sure.
Anybody ever get ticked off?
No, not necessarily.
Now, Tracy's nodding her head yes, and you're going,
What they do is they get mad at themselves more than they get mad at me. They're always like, well, I really appreciate...
I mean, how would you like if somebody told you that you just bought a pile of crap and it's going to cost $50,000 to fix what you got, and
it ain't going to be worth it when you're done.
And that's what I try to explain. And it's not that, and I tell them all, it's not, well, can you fix this? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can repair this car, no problem. You just aren't going to want to pay the money that it's going to take to do it. And that's just the, and I don't want to force them to do it, and I can't. I mean, I just don't want... I'm not here to rob people. I mean, not by any stretch of the imagination. I just want people to be happy, and they're not going to be happy spending the money to put into whatever they're working on, only to find out that they can't even muster any money back out of it.
Yeah.
Because they've buried themselves so far in it. And people do, and some people will say, well, just go ahead and do it.
Are those the people that think, what would justify that? They plan on keeping the car forever, they don't care?
Some people do that.
His grandma, grandpa's car or something.
Gotcha.
Here's what sentimental value will make you do silly things.
Yes, it will.
On anything, on any level. If you have some kind of sentiment or sentimental value, sentimental towards anything, doesn't matter what it is, your bicycle, your skateboards, your this, your that, your whatever it'll make you do silly things and make you spend way more money than you should. Now, I'm not here to tell you yes or no. All I can do is guide you through the process.
How often does that happen, where somebody comes in and they've got a plan and it's a good plan, but they say, Pennsylvania Hot Rods, here's what I want, and you have to tell them, you're going to take this out of here beautiful and upside down?
Oh, it happens more often than not. But it's just the nature of the beast.
How often when you tell somebody, they say, go ahead and do it anyway?
99.9%.
Do they really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're at least giving them the heads up.
I don't pretend that it's not going to cost a lot of money.
There's some people out there that are willing to pay to see their plan come to fruition.
It's a vanity project. It's a sentimentality project.
Most of the time, it's a sentimental thing.
For those people, do they take that car after they've turned basically their finances upside down? Do they still take it out and drive it?
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the difference between a car cruise and a car show?
So...
Because you do both. You're going to be at our car cruise this weekend. You've got an award-winning truck that was just at multiple car shows.
So I take a lot of stuff to indoor car shows.
Okay.
And a lot of indoor car shows have a lot of cars that don't see a mile put on them.
Yeah, they're driven onto the trailer and off the trailer.
These are the guys. These are the guys that set up at the shows, and they have carpeted show places. And they put the plastic down so the tires don't mark the carpet, and they don't get dirt on the tires. The chrome brake rotors, and these cars don't drive.
So what's the point? It's an investment in a barn somewhere?
So the point is
not a barn, a climate-controlled storage facility.
It's not. It's an investment in. First of all, a lot of that stuff, depending on the car you start with, it is an investment. Secondly, if it's your hobby, then do what you want.
Sure.
There are people that collect stamps that spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on stamps.
A lot of these people have their own garages. They have the money to have the car. They have the money to place it at home.
Yeah.
So the climate control thing, they've got that all under control. And especially if you have a $150,000 vehicle. I wouldn't trust that at the store safe. I don't know.
I wouldn't put that into
I would just
Ed's
be like,
house of
forget
storage.
That. Yeah.
I'll throw a cover on it and park it on gravel. It'll be fine.
Yeah. But I'm surprised to see some of the vehicles that come in.
How so?
Just because they're so nice. I get nervous. They'll be like, oh, why don't you get in there and pull it in the garage? I'm like, no, I'm all right. Because with some of them are updated. Some of them have additional features and add-ons. So each car is kind of different. And then the older you are, what was the oldest car that you remember getting into? Mine was a 68.
Well,
so getting into my 62.
My dad's 64 Buick Skylark convertible.
Yeah, so think about getting into a 1930s vehicle. But that's been updated with some things. So you have to kind of, took me 10 minutes to move a car yesterday because I didn't know what I was doing. But I did it. Yeah. And it's
under
cool.
supervision.
Of course.
Explaining
yes,
what the blinky stuff is, because you're exactly. Somebody the other day in Ambridge went by in an old car, and Tracy, it was literally four wheels, a flat board, and looked like a church pew as the seat.
Like a roadster.
Yeah, it wasn't. Pre-roadster. It was mostly made out of wood.
Yeah. Well, we got a couple cabs. in the shop right now getting some work done.
Truck cabs, yeah.
And they have the original wood, like inside the door frames. and
No,
stuff.
there are no door frames on this thing that went by. It was
No.
a platform with seats on it and a guy
So that was
driving
probably some kind of early Model T Speedster. So what they were is they were kits that you could buy. You could buy chassis from Ford, and you could buy Speedster kits like from coach companies and back in the day. And that's, a lot of that stuff is what a lot of that was. And it was all wood. Every bit of it was wood.
Yeah. Basically.
That's where the term floorboards comes from. All that stuff was wood.
Well,
back in
that's
the day.
the back of a truck. If it's a cool, tricked out truck, it should have the wood floorboards.
Yes.
It absolutely should. You ever get you talk about kits? Do you ever get any of the old kits from the 70s? It was a Volkswagen frame, but it was made to look like a McLaren.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The fiberglass bolt-ons.
So that started with the dune buggy craze back in the 60s,
Okay.
and then it morphed into you could put like what were those Fiber Fab was one of them that used to make a bunch of kits, and they looked like Formula One cars.
Yes,
and like
gull wing stuff, and just
like the old GT40 Fords and stuff like that. But
really janky.
So we haven't seen too much of that. That fad kind of there's still a cult following of that.
Sure,
but that fad's kind of dropped off. So we don't see much of that. But you're seeing more and more of it now. But it's definitely dropped off.
It is Teleforum. I'm talking to Dave and Tracy from Pennsylvania Hot Rods. If I walked up to you, and this isn't going to happen. If I walked up to you and said, I want to get me something cool, use it as an everyday driver, and not get run over by the trucks coming up the hill out of Vanport, I got 10 grand. Am I even close to making that happen?
No.
20 grand? No, I'm dead serious.
My Corvair
depends on what you
restorer-
have. It depends on what you have.
No, I'm trying to get something.
Yeah. So if you don't even have a car to start with, no, you're not even close.
You got
How much you want for your Corvair?
I'd have to think about it. I'd really like to see it in running order.
It's there. It's actually in running order.
It starts and it runs, and we drove it around.
Yeah.
It just needs updated here and there. I need a few parts that are missing. Don't buy a Corvair.
Don't buy
Just
one so I get the
because-
parts.
Yeah, unless you know how to work on a Corvair.
They're
Because
just
if you
so
know,
oddball.
a Corvair is air cooled. It's a whole different monster that Chevy put out.
Okay.
So it's not like a small block or
Is it
anything
an
like that.
easier monster? Is it more simple?
If you have the parts.
If you can find the
but
parts.
these
It's not
guys
a hard
have-
car to work on. You just have to know how to work on
Yeah,
it.
they're super simple. I mean, the book is only it was meant to be
it's
able to
only
be worked
1,000
on by the
pages.
average
That
person.
tells you when it's a pamphlet.
No, honest to God, my car was meant for the average family to be able to own and drive with multiple children and work on it yourself in the driveway. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend a starter person getting a Corvair. No.
All right, last question because we're out of time. I knew this was going to happen because I love talking to you guys. Tracy Hager and Dave Rodenbaugh from Pennsylvania
Well, we can talk about
Hot
the car
Rods.
cruise.
You can talk about the car cruise.
Yep.
Why? You're good. They can talk to you in person at the car cruise. They can come see me.
All right.
Well, everybody can follow our Facebook page that we made for the car cruise. It's Cruising on the Ridge Car
Okay.
Cruise.
Cruising with a Z.
With a Z.
It's edgy.
We have a lot. We have a lot of sponsors and stuff that we want to thank because without everybody, we couldn't hold this event free, nor could we hold this event at all without the property. Thanks to St. Barnabas Charities and AK Nahas and WBVP, along with the list. I mean, like a list of local.
I want people to know.
You want me to read them all?
I want
You wanna
people
know?
to
Yeah,
know
like
the
super fast.
businesses that make
I mean, these
events
guys are
like
great.
this
We saw a
possible.
huge response from these folks this year.
So, but all starting with 99.3 BVP, AK Nahas, Pennsylvania Hot Rod Company, Owls Custom Inc. Basically, he sells firearms and repairs firearms. Beaver Valley Auto Mall, Beaver County Transit Authority, Byrne Brothers Towing, Cornwall Quality Tool, Dwyer Commercial Glass, Lisa Latham Team. Latham, am I saying that right?
Lisa and Tank.
Yeah.
Lisa and Tank.
Yeah. Friendly Federal Credit Union, Fry Transportation, as we're in the Fry Transportation studios. J. Young Refuse, Custom Coatings, Liddy Chevrolet, Moon Township Ford, Mongoose Motors, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Patriot Home Care, Portage Trim, Shop and Save Beer and Wine in Rochester, Shop and Save Beer and Wine in Tusca, Stainless Revival, Summit Racing, True Value Hardware in Rochester, Unita Tire and Car Care Center, and William Murphy Funeral Home. Also, our food vendors, as of right now.
Yeah, this is the important part. I
right.
can't afford the cars.
They switch, so
it's
they're
very,
not
it's
all
very
in one
fluid
day.
right now. So as of right now, we have our food vendors, which is Owl's Pizza.
Sweet.
Can you hear me okay?
I hear you in my sleep. Yeah, go ahead.
Fantastic. E&KQ Barbecue, Pentown Dogs, Red Eye Rosie's Coffee.
I know that. That's good stuff.
And they have iced coffee. They have
pastries.
They have all kinds of stuff. Skyway Drive-In Ice Cream, Old School Ice Cream
They
truck.
were with us last
Yes,
year.
Old School Ice Cream
They'll be
truck,
all on
ice
and
cream
off.
sandwiches, stuff like that. Also, we have to give a special thank you to Commonwealth Press for the T-shirts. Awesome T-shirts.
They look phenomenal.
Great people. Minuteman Press for the yard signs. Mr. Trophy for the dash plaques. St. Barnabas for the property usage, and Turn 4 toilets for the facilities.
Yeah, that's an important one.
Yeah, so we'll be giving out dash plaques to the first 100 cars for each event.
Door prizes.
And
for
in the goodie bag comes with door prize tickets.
I remember last year we had a goodie bag station when you came in.
Yep.
You got hooked
When
up.
you pull in, that'll be there. We've changed up the property usage a little bit where we've moved some cars around.
Okay.
The
kind of separating
spectator parking will be on the pavement, not in the grass this year. So you can just pull down and pull to the left, and then the food vendors and all that stuff will still be in roughly the same places. We have 5 events this year, every third Saturday of each month, starting with May 18th, June 15th, July 20th, August 17th, and September 21st. Free admission, noon to 4.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine. We're praying.
Bring your bikini.
We're praying.
I want to see
There you
your
go.
bikini.
Not yours. Don't bring your bikini. Nobody wants to see your bikini. Stay home with that.
Your beaver
But
costume.
we're praying. Yeah, if you cut that up into a beaver bikini. No, never
Wait a
mind.
minute.
Yeah, we're praying to the sun gods, moving along,
Um,
that we'll have good
It's
good
going to
weather.
be. I already looked. It's supposed to be sunny and no lie, sunny and 77. I
See,
think.
it's already changed.
It's already changed. Okay, great.
Right.
We like you.
Yeah.
So come out, rain or shine. It's going to be a good time no matter what.
Last question: yes or no? Are you bringing your Schwinn Stingray?
Probably not, because I think it's torn down into a million pieces.
Why?
Yeah, because I might bring my other. So I have.
He's neurotic.
I have a custom-made chopper that I built.
That's all right.
That's
Saturday.
completely, by the way, unrideable.
That's the perfect thing.
It's got a real extended front end. It's really cool. It matches my green truck, actually.
All right, that's what you can look for Saturday, the first Cruising on the Ridge. Dave, Tracy, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Beaver County Radio wants to pay tribute to our veterans on Memorial Day that have passed away. We are asking anyone who would like to pay tribute to a veteran that died in the line of duty or any veteran who has passed away to email a picture along with their name, years of service, and what year they passed away to fsparks@beavercountyradio.com. On Memorial Day, during live mic and teleform, we will periodically read the names of those veterans on the air to honor them. Beaver County Radio's Memorial Day tribute to our veterans is being brought to you by Patriot Home Care, Owl's Corner, McGee Heating and Cooling, Alvarez Hunt Funeral Home, the J&J Spratt Funeral Home, and Beaver County Radio.
Beaver County Radio and the Pennsylvania Hot Rod Company, along with A.K. Nahas, are teaming up to present Cruisin' on the Ridge, a series of car cruises that will be held the third Saturday of every month from noon till 4 p.m. right here at the Beaver County Radio Studios. The first cruise, May 18th at the studio, 4301 Dutch Ridge Road in Brighton Township. Beaver County Radio's Solid Gold Saturday host, J.D. Merkel, will be spinning tunes in the parking lot. There will be food trucks, prize giveaways, raffles, and a 50-50. Cruisin' the Ridge is being brought to you in part by Falcone's Moon Township Ford, eXp Realty, the Beaver County Transit Authority, Shop and Save Beer and Wine, the Rochester True Value Hardware Store, Friendly Federal Credit Union, A.K. Nahas Furniture and Appliance, the Pennsylvania Hot Rod Company, and Beaver County Radio.
You're listening to 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls.